What's going on, guys? George with another video, and welcome to another episode of Toyota Tuesday. In today's episode, we have the pleasure of having Edward with us.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Thanks for having me.
No problem. This guy is an awesome dude. He has an awesome rig, and you've probably seen him in my previous videos. We have done some work on my truck before. We have gone on some pretty cool trips together.
Yeah. And
it's always a good time hanging out, bro.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Right behind us is his third
gen 1998 Toyota 4Runner.
Yep, it's one of the best looking third gen 4Runners out there, and I personally think the color is amazing on this thing. When I first saw it, I actually didn't know Edward, so I saw it from far and I'm like, what the heck, like that's a third gen 4Runner with this particular color, which is not very common, huh?
No, so it was Desert Dune original, and I painted it quicksand to match the newer generation 4Runners and Tacomas.
And it looks amazing, dude. I feel like whoever painted your truck did an amazing job. It looks pretty factory to me, dude.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about your truck.
All right. So I first started getting into this about, I want to say 12 years ago, and I got the truck maybe 2 years prior to that, and since then I've just been modding, changing stuff here, there. Suspension has changed twice or 3 times.
Okay.
So it's been a slow build. I've kind of taken my time on it and just put stuff on that I think works.
Right.
You know?
It's functional.
Yeah, it's very to my needs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because I've seen some builds, man, where it's like they're overdone and then it's overkill, and it's like, man, do you really need stuff like this?
Yeah, I've taken, when I first took the truck out, stock tires. Yeah. No sliders. Maybe just the lift, and I was like, all right, let's go. Let's see what this thing can do.
That's dope. Dude, if I remember correctly, you said this was your mom's truck?
Yeah, so my mom bought this truck, and I was actually in the import scene, and I sold my little Honda, and I wanted something a little bit bigger. Right. But I didn't know I was going to get into this. Okay. And I sold my car, and my family had a little Infinity, so I drove that around for a while until I don't know where my mom was like, I want to sell the 4Runner. Yeah. And I was like, I'll take it. And she's like, really? I was like, yeah. And she's like, all right. And then after that, I actually almost sold it. Really? When the new FJs came out, I saw those things. I was like, wow, like those things. You wanted one. But I looked at like the real estate in this thing is so much bigger than the FJ. Right. That I kept it, and the mods just piled on. I'm glad you didn't sell it, dude. I personally think this 4Runner is better than any looking FJ out there. I'm sorry if you own a FJ and you're watching this. This is just an FJ killer, man. This is like dope. And the best part about it is I was inside earlier. His mom went all out. You know, she got the premium package, leather seats. Yep. I mean, everything is like factory locker. Yeah. 4-wheel drive. I love it. What more can you ask for? Thanks, Mom. Yeah. But enough said. Let's get into detail and let's see what this baby has for us. So first we're going to talk about lighting. I went with these driving Pia lights up front, and I thought these were the only things I was going to ever get. But slowly I kind of grew and added more lights. So it went from this to the Extreme LED light bar on the rack. After that I did Retrofit HIDs. I did the Retrofit by myself. It's not that hard. If you need any help, let me know. I'll walk you through it. Then I went with ditch lights with Baja Sports. Love these things, they're awesome. On the rear, I got these Wolverine 2s by Extreme LEDs as my chase lights / backup lights. For tires, I went with BF Goodrich KM2s. Since I started, I ran BF Goodrich. I ran their mud terrains and all terrains. Personally, the mud terrains look awesome, don't get me wrong. That was my second set of tires. I got them because aesthetically they were clean. But functional, the KM2s you can't beat. In snow, these outperform the KM3s. Airing down, I've gotten down pretty low, 10 psi, without coming off my stock rim. Other than that, I just loyal to BF Goodrich. For brakes, I did the Tundra upgrade, and then suspension, I went with the Toytech Boss coilover set. The ride's pretty good, a little stiff, but not too bad. All right, for armor, I don't have much. I have the factory skid plate in the front and the factory gas can skid plate right here. My sliders, I actually built myself with the help of my best friend's cousin. I mean, we used DOM tubing and we kind of came up with this interesting kick out, which is awesome to get up on the roof. For the roof rack, I went with Rocky Mountain racks. Got them because they're super modular. Kind of a new company when I jumped on board, but low profile. You could fit a low pro light in here without it being too tall. I also built this custom kind of rack where I could put two wolf front runner wolf boxes here, and I take away the max tracks, and I'm able to strap two wolf boxes up here when I'm doing big trips with the family. But most of the time I'm just carrying two tan max tracks with this custom bracket that I made. Behind that we have this massive CVT Mount Shasta Summit Series Extended. My family's not too big, but it's me, my wife, and two daughters. So my wife wanted something we can all be in, and this thing definitely delivers. In the rear of the rack, I'm a total DIYer, so I built this little extension, put a front runner bottle opener on it, as well as a WeBoost antenna. So the reason behind the WeBoost is so that you're able to receive, if your signal's super low, you're able to take that signal and boost it so that you're able to stay in contact with friends, family at home. It actually has worked. Some people are skeptical about it, but I used it in Mammoth when we were out on our trip, and it definitely, we had no bars, but there was a slight signal and it amplified it, and we were still able to connect. Up front, I did do the Snorkel Mod right after I painted the truck, and it was the most nerve-wracking thing I've installed in my truck. I got this from a really good buddy of mine. It shipped from Australia, and I don't know the brand, but it looks like the ones you find on Amazon, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, for the interior, this is my setup. I rarely use my phone for navigation. I use this iPad Pro. It's a little overkill, but that's the only iPad I have at home. And I use Gaia to navigate. Made this total DIY stand, and it rattles, but not too bad when you're off-road. I have this. It tells me like my gas mileage, MPG, and all that, because my gas gauge is actually broken. I went up this hill, and when I came back down, it stopped working, so it's always on full. Down here, I have my ham radio with the extended battery with this custom mount that I built. So my four-wheel knob button is actually broken. I can't find a replacement, so I got two cables that I connect to engage the 4x4. So up above, I have all my switches from my bumper lights, roof lights, windshield lights, dust lights, and then my compressors up here. I have a gauge which shows me how much is in the tank. I made this custom panel. So this houses sunglasses, a small radio that I keep in here, tissue, knives, flashlight. So in the back, I have this custom deck plate that I built with a cooler slide, and then this strap system where I can keep 2 wolf boxes on top of each other and the chairs, and it's about the same level. In here I normally keep camping equipment. My other box has my grill and just kind of kitchen stuff. In the rear I have a Pelican with all my recovery gear, straps, D-rings, everything. And then this is kind of my version of a fridge slide. This is actually Dometics' first fridge. No, I'm just kidding. It's a slide, a 500-pound slide, and then I have this board where I can cut. I can put my stove on. Everything opens up and it's not in the way. It all fits. On this side, I actually built this. This is one of my first couple of mods. It's a wood panel that I bolted to the plastic housing, and it carries all of my tools, air up, air down tools here. I got flares in the back, and then I also have a med pouch here, and all it is a Smitty built molly pack that I have attached to a wood panel, and it stays on that side. On top I carry my air hoses to air up my tires, a small Go Zero solar panel, and then on this side I have my high lift jack, and it's bolted to the first generation roll cage.
All right, Edward, so I'm sure you're aware of all the crazy usernames and Instagram names. They're usually T4R or Tacoma something, and you know, just a bunch of different names.
Yeah.
But your name actually, in my opinion, stands out because it is, you know, trail ready 4Runner.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, just your typical 4Runner name.
Yeah.
It's like trail ready 4Runner.
Exactly.
It sounds pretty.
So a lot went into thinking the name.
Okay.
I actually just started my page, my Instagram page, about 1.5 years ago. And the whole reason to start it was my career is actually in social media, in design, in web. The past 5 years I've worked for the LA Kings as their social media manager, and I never really had a platform where I can kind of be creative and do my own thing.
Right.
So that's where it all hatched from. Is I kind of 1.5 years ago wanted to create a platform, like a page where I can post creative photos. I don't know if you see my like Photoshop stuff.
Right.
I've been shooting photography for a very long time, so that kind of went into it. And then the name kind of, I couldn't think of anything like clever, and I knew it needed 4Runner, and trail ready just kind of it came out of nowhere, and I was like, well, I hit trails all the time, so, and I'm ready to go most of the time.
Most of the time.
When it's not in the shop. But like that's where it all came from, and it was available. I was super surprised.
If you guys haven't checked out his Instagram, honestly guys, his photography skills are top notch. Not only that, but dude, your editing skills are crazy, man. I always have so much trouble, like if you guys go on my Instagram, you'll notice that every shot is the same, like same angle, same booty shot. This guy goes above and beyond and just like gets shots that I've honestly never seen other than on your page.
Thanks, dude. Thanks. So, I appreciate it. I'm just out having fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's the bottom line. I've never had a page where I can kind of document my whole story, and before this I wouldn't document anything. Mm-hmm. I would just go out with the family, with the friends, and just go out and explore and not even really take pictures. Okay. I had an old camera, and I wouldn't even take it with me. Wow. And once I started the page, I fell back in love with photography and getting out and shooting and just exploring. It's been awesome, dude. It's been really, really awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Toyota Tuesday. It's always great
you know, getting to know not only the owners behind these trucks, but also, you know, getting into details when it comes down to what these trucks actually have.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, man.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, dude. Well, thanks, man. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be putting all his information down below in the bio. Also, I'll be linking his Instagram right here. Right here. So
hopefully it fits.
I know, right? I know it's like this big. No, I'm just kidding. No, but check him out. Honestly, guys, you guys will be more than excited to see his posts. I mean, you post some pretty good
Thanks,
stuff.
dude. Thanks.
So check them out, and if you guys like this type of content, as always, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys around. Peace.